YouTube, you already know, man, we back with another video. As y'all can see from the title, what we reacting to. If you're new to the channel, man, definitely welcome. On this channel, we like to just do different reactions on millionaires around the world, just giving game. You feel me? Something that we can all take something from, and you know what I'm saying, to start changing our mindset. So I don't like doing long intros. I definitely hope y'all having a good day. Let's get this joint going.
All right, you guys, my guy just pulled up on a yacht right here. We're gonna go and figure out what he was able to do to afford this and see if this is his boat. Let's see what he has to say. Excuse me, sir. Question for you, man. Is this your yacht?
Yeah.
And what do you do for a living out in Miami to be able to afford a yacht, man? Seriously, what do you do for a living?
Well, I run a healthcare company.
A healthcare company?
Yeah.
And how long have you been a business owner for?
4 years.
Over the last 4 years, what's the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
About 25 million.
30 million. And then we did around 19 million in profit. 10 million.
Now we go all over the country just asking people how they became successful for the younger generation. Is it cool if we ask you a few questions for the channel? Just
We
ask
want
them.
to interview.
Absolutely, man. Come on board.
Appreciate you, man.
All right.
Let's go.
Miami, Florida is home to nearly 40,000 millionaires.
Man,
and if you've
that's
ever been
raw.
to
You
Miami,
just run
you know
into
that there's
people,
always
man.
some multi-million-dollar
They be
yachts
willing
right
to
out on the
bring
water.
you in
But what
and just
exactly do these
give you
people
some
do?
game.
Well, today we're going to find out just
real.
that. And I'm going to be going all over the wealthiest parts of Miami to ask multi-millionaires and yacht owners what they did to be able to afford these.
I always say I never met a successful person who didn't want to tell their story.
And how you can start your path to becoming financially free in
They all
2024.
willing
So with
to
that
tell
being
their
said,
story.
let's get this video on the way.
Definitely, if you willing to listen to.
We just got to our first marina out here in Miami, Florida. There's a couple people out on their yachts right now. I'm gonna go up and see if we can talk to these people, get some game, what they were able to do to be able to afford these yachts out here in Miami. Excuse me, sir. Quick question for you, man. Is this your yacht?
Yeah, it is.
And what do you do for a living out in Miami to be able to afford a yacht, man?
I'm actually in e-commerce.
How long have you been a business owner for?
I've been in e-commerce for about 4 years now.
4 years.
Yeah.
And over these last 4 years, what's the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
Last year we did 30 million.
$30 million.
32 million, yeah. And then we did around 19 million in profit.
How old are you now?
I'm 22.
You're 22 years old.
Yeah.
And how old were you when you became a millionaire?
Let me tell you something first, all right? Do you want me to go deep?
Yeah, go deep.
Okay, so when I was 5 years old, I witnessed my mom get, she died in front of my eyes. At 16 years old, my best friend got shot in the head. At 17 years old, I got kicked out of college. At 19 years old, I was a millionaire. So embracing the struggle, realizing that the struggle is what makes you you, is what's going to help you get to where you want to be, and realizing that the struggle is just preparing you for the person that you need to be to steward that is going to help you, and realizing that God does everything for a reason. Like, you might not understand it now, your whole situation might be completely fucked up right now, but if you just see that bigger picture and you're able to work towards it, don't just sit there and pray, but work towards it and work on those prayers, you're going to get there. It's only a matter of time, but you have to focus on your own race.
How can somebody go from...
Damn, man, it's crazy that seeing your mom die in front of you is definitely wild. But once again, man, people, like he said, people's struggles, people's pain is why they are where they are. And I can only respect that, man. Like, a lot of us, I can't imagine that, you know what I'm saying? Seeing moms right there just in front of me, you feel me? And then, like he said, best friend, like, man, that's a lot going on. But because of he saw that with his own eyes, you know what I'm saying, it just turned him up. Like, I ain't saying you gotta go through just all this negative bull just to get there, but for real, I mean, you might have to. You might just have to, though, because a lot of it, you ain't never really met no successful person that just ain't really been through nothing.
The biggest thing,
some been homeless, all type of shit,
is trying to get out of that kind of like solopreneur mindset and thinking that you can do it all by yourself. Making $1 million, you can do it by yourself. It's not that hard. It might take you a little bit of time, but going from 7 to 8 figures, you need to start delegating and relieving your time, because as an entrepreneur, you have to realize that your biggest asset is your time, and the most important thing for you to do is create ideas and then delegate those ideas to the worker, because that's what the school system was built for the workers. Do you know the story about free thinkers and workers and why the school system was created?
Well, I think it's kind of had to do like the Rockefellers.
Exactly. John D. Rockefeller created the education board in 1903, and he said that he wanted a nation of workers, not free thinkers. So who are the workers? Who are the free thinkers? The workers are the people who work for the free thinkers, people who come up with their own ideas and then delegate them for a fraction of the money, and then they go and do the work for the free thinkers and make them the big money. So once you get from that 7-figure mark and you're trying to get to 8 figures, find people who are smarter than you. I dropped out of college. I'm not the smartest in the group, but I have people who work for me who went to Yale. I have a person who worked for me who went to Stanford. My CFO went to Harvard. So it's about being able to pay people what they're valued at so that you can get what you want in return.
And what keeps people broke in today's world?
Mindset. It's 80% mindset and 20% skill set.
Facts.
Once you get the mindset, now it's time to
Facts.
apply the skill set. But you can't start thinking about making money until you
Facts.
are in the mind to learn how to steward that money and multiply that money. Otherwise, you're not.
mindset is everything, man. I got this little quote. It just said, it ain't even a quote, but it just says, confidence comes from decision, not choices. Once again, like, that's real. Confidence comes from decisions, not choices. So change your mindset, man. Like, change your mindset.
Be able to get more.
That shit
Majority
is
of
real.
people, if I gave you $1 million right now, you would be broke in 6 months. Not because you're stupid, it's because you don't have the mindset to steward that money and you don't know what to do with it when you get it. But if you have the skill set and you have the mindset, then you're bound to turn that into 10 million in 6 months.
That was phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Man, that was a good
All right, you
fucking
guys. So the
interview,
first
man.
interview of the day just went crazy. My guy made over $30 million this last year. But what did he say was the number one thing that's keeping people broke in today's world? It's their mindset. He said it was 80% mindset and 20% skill set for him, and that's how he was able to become a millionaire at 19 years old. This video just got off to a crazy start, but we got tons more to come, so let's go get this next one. Come on. All right, you guys, we're at our next marina right now, man, and as you can see, this video is super hard to make because of how private it is, man. Super high net worth individuals, man. It's not easy to get access to these people that own these boats, but ultimately all you can do is keep trying. We're gonna find a way in. There's no way that we're leaving this video without getting on one of these yachts, man. So let's see what they have to say. This guy's coming out right here. My guy's coming to the gate right now, so I'm gonna try to get in here. In? Yes, sir. I got a question for you.
What's that?
So, I started a channel at the University of Texas at Austin. I grew it to over 3 million followers, and I go all over the country. I'm based in Austin.
Just want to interview.
Just a few questions. Is that cool?
So you don't even know who I am yet, do you?
Not yet, so I'd love to find out there. I'm going to find out
I'm
there.
the most famous guy you'll ever meet here.
I believe it. Is
Oh,
that
I
cool?
know it's true.
Could we do it over here? Is that cool? Over by the boat?
Yeah, come on.
Let's go. Awesome, man. I appreciate that.
You say you know who you just ran into, bruh? I really like that.
What industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
I've been in every industry and I've done everything. I ended up owning a large strip club, the largest strip club in Connecticut. I'm also a certified gemologist, precious.
That just mean bro is not afraid to fail, bro.
I had high-end jewelry stores. I also had a gambling ship on the west coast of Florida. I owned a major motion picture movie studio, the biggest east of the Mississippi River.
How can somebody get a yacht in today's world?
Buy one.
How old are you now?
Oh, let me see. How old am I now? The sun is going around the earth 72 times, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody calls me up and says, Rick, how the fuck are you still alive? And my answer is, I don't have a fucking clue.
Right. Yeah. If you were to go back in time and have a conversation with your 20-year-old self, what's the best advice that you would give to your younger self?
So I'll tell you this. Stephen Jobs said it beautifully, and I love what he said. And what he said was this: you could have a Timex watch, you could have a Rolex watch. They will both tell you the right time. And then he also said you can get somewhere in your Rolls Royce, or you can get somewhere in your little Volkswagen, which maybe costs $1,000, but they will both still get you there. And that to me is the smartest thing anybody could ever say. So it's not a question of money. It's a question of the way you are, the way you treat life, the way you treat yourself, the way you treat others. And me personally, I love everybody, and everybody knows that.
What's your best self-improvement advice to somebody out there?
The best thing I could tell anybody is, you know what? When you hit bottom, the only way to go is up. Okay, so you can hit bottom, but then from there you go up and start going to the top.
And have you ever been broke before?
Of course. Who hasn't been?
And what was that turning point like for you? Like how did you know that you wanted to become serious about really becoming successful and finding that success?
You know something? There's an old saying, I think it was done by Caesar or somebody. It says, know thyself. You got to know yourself. You got to know what's good for you, what's not good for you. Use your brain. Use the brain that God gave you.
All right, you guys. So we were waiting over on the other side of the gate. My guy Rick Sauce, he came over, let us in, and just did a great interview outside of the boat, man. Some of my favorite life advice that I've ever heard was just dropped in that interview. But he brought up how Steve Jobs said it doesn't matter if you have a Timex or a Rolex on, it still tells the same time regardless. Or if you're driving in a Volkswagen or Rolls Royce, they both get you from point A to point B. Don't get caught up stressing about what other people have, what you don't have. Man, those people put in more blood, sweat, and tears than 99% of other people. So just remember that you're on your own journey, and if you want great things, it takes sacrifice, man, but we're all gonna make this happen. Let's go get this next interview. Hey, excuse me, guys. Question for you, man. Would love to ask you guys just a couple quick questions on some advice to the younger generation. Is that cool?
Let me see your Instagram.
I got you, brother. What industry
He
did you
said,
decide
hold
to
on,
pursue a career
man.
in?
Basically, entertainment.
What was the most amount of money that you ever
Oh,
made in a
shit.
single year?
Let me
About
see your
25
shit.
million.
$25 million. How long have you been a business owner for?
Business owner since the age of 18,
How old are you now?
56,
You're 56 years old. Actually,
actually.
what's the secret to looking so young at 56?
Yeah, I'm not going to say olive oil.
Yeah.
Just a good life and keep it simple.
Let me ask you this. If you were to go back to when you started your first business, what's the number one thing that you wish you would have known?
Go to school.
Go to school.
Education.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a better education. If I had a better education.
Word? Man, word, bro. Hold on, bro. No, I ain't knocking it. No, don't even make me feel like I'm coming over here to knock that. But go to school for real? Like that was the best. Come on, man. Like we all understand education, bro. We all understand education, but sometimes, man, it ain't the education, it's the information, bro. Come on, man. Education is crazy. I ain't saying not knocking it. If you know what you want to do,
that's advice I can give you.
If you know what you want to do in life, hey, then by all means, you feel me. But
Did you say that a college
could
degree
have been way better
success?
things to say than
College
that.
degree is definitely not necessary to be successful, but it gives you the tools to make better decisions.
Right. Now, I guess among yourself and the most highly
maybe I
successful
should've waited
people
my
that you
fault.
study and know, what is that one trait that they all have in common?
Risk. Take the risk. You can't take the risk, you're not going to get the reward. That's what it comes down to.
Take the risk or lose the chance.
Exactly.
What was the biggest
Gotta
risk that
take
you took
risk.
throughout your career?
Everything I've done, make a leap. Believe in yourself. Take that chance.
And have you ever been broke before?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
And how old were you when you became a millionaire?
24.
How did you find that self-belief, though, to be able to do all these amazing things, right? Because a lot of people, they'll doubt themselves.
That is one denominator we just can't teach. You have to believe in yourself, and if you don't have that belief, because we need people that don't believe either. We need those guys who are going to turn and crank the shafts and, turn those wheels.
Yeah.
So we can't all be winners.
So we had just pulled up on our next shot.
Damn.
My guy Franco was
That's
so
a
nice
gem-
to do the
that's a
interview.
gem right there
My
for
number
sure.
one takeaway from that interview was that the biggest thing that enabled him to make $25 million in a single year and become a millionaire in his early 20s wasn't a particular skill that he learned. It wasn't a person that came and gave him the money, but rather it was the self-belief that he found in himself. See, the most successful people, man, they have this unwavering belief that they're going to achieve that success, and you can't teach that or give that to anybody else, man. So shout out to that man, Franco, man. Let's go get this next one. All right, you guys, my guy just pulled up on a yacht right here. We're going to go and figure out what he was able to do to afford this, see if this is his boat. Let's see what he has to say. Excuse me, sir. Question for you, man. Is this your yacht?
Yeah.
And what do you do for a living out in Miami to be able to afford a yacht, man? Seriously, what do you do for a living?
Well, I run a healthcare company.
A healthcare company.
Yeah.
And how long have you been a business owner for?
4 years.
Over the last 4 years, what's the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
10 million.
$10 million. Now, we go all over the country just asking people how they became successful for the younger generation. Is it cool if we ask you a few questions for the channel?
Absolutely, man. Come on board.
Let's run it.
Let's go.
Can we run it?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, let's go. So you ready to do this? Let me show you the boat around first.
Is that cool?
Yeah,
All right,
come
man,
on.
let's do it.
Straight vibes. And he took him out for real. I think they just about to have
Among
a little
yourself
chat
and
on
the
the
most
boat,
highly
on a
successful people that you
standstill.
study and know,
that's
what is
tough.
that one trait that they all have in
That's
common?
tough.
I will tell you one thing, man. One thing these people all have in common. Sometimes, man, they're not that bright. I don't know. They're crazy and so forth, but they're all hungry as hell. It's insane. It's like they're crazy to a point. They're all super hungry. It's like, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and they execute. It's not no BS. Like they'll execute on their craziness. So I'd say hunger and actually executing on it. But hunger, the first thing. These guys don't stop scheming and thinking of how they're gonna get to the next level and all. It's insane.
Have you ever been broke before?
Jesus, yes. Like, yes. People having to donate food to my family, for a couple of weeks, I know what that's like.
What was the number one book that changed your life, or number one book that changed your business, that you think everybody should read? Your number one book recommendation?
Dude, I don't want to be cliche. What I'm going to say here, people are going to be like, but if you really go into it as an entrepreneur, you're going to be really surprised, especially to certain sections of this book. And some of you already know what I want to say. It's the Bible, bro. It's the Bible. I'm sorry. The amount of entrepreneurs in that Bible is insane. Don't go read this. I'm talking about just, even if you don't believe in God or whatever, just go read on the entrepreneurship lessons, man. It's insane. There's nothing to me, and I reflect on that. I always reflect on that. And then, you got...
Man, it's so crazy because I done read a lot of just money books and self-help books, things of that nature, and I literally just now started to tap into the Bible. That was one book that I'm like, man, I read all these books, but I never read the main book. Let me go get my own answer. Let me go seek my own information. You feel me? And that's crazy he said that. I'm like, I read so many books, but I've never just tapped into the Bible. Let me tap in. Instead of just getting all the he say, she say stuff, like I can get my own information.
That
So
will,
I think that's dope, man.
complement even the Bible, like Think and Grow Rich, and absolutely. But I start and end always with the Bible.
How important has that faith been to the success of your business?
Oh, that's everything. That's everything. This wouldn't have happened without that. This wouldn't have happened without my faith, without the woman that I'm with, which is my wife for almost a decade. That's a whole different conversation. Those are the pillars, the spiritual pillars that have held up the person of who I am. When the going gets rough, it's like, whoa, it's rocky. Like, who's here with me, and what do I hang on to? Yeah, it's my faith, it's my marriage, and then I have friends that have been with me for years, that I can always hang on to. So your circle of spiritual components has to be strong. Absolutely.
Last thing I want you to tell them, and I want you to look at them, and you got to tell them the importance of believing in yourself and your dreams. Like you never gave up. You had that vision, you had that dream, and you believed in it all along. Tell them.
So listen, if you're in doubt, man, and I wish I could just reach out to you, grab you by the face right now. If you're in doubt, do not doubt, bro. Do not doubt. Okay, you can do it. You can do it. There's a God that loves you, and if you have those goals and dreams in your life, you will get it. Listen, you have to build the confidence. For you to build the confidence, you got to hit the goals. For you to hit the goals, you have to design the timeline and the process to do it. Okay, and it's daily steps, daily promises to yourself. Don't break promises to yourself, or else you're breaking promises with the world around you, with the goals that you've set up. You want to hit those goals, discipline yourself to hit those daily goals to ultimately hit your big goal, and all of a sudden, you'll walk into a room and people will be like, wow, that person's full of confidence. Wow, that person, look at their watch, look at what they got. No, because daily they hit the promises that they promised themselves, and then they hit those goals they put at the end of their timeline. Go get it.
Hey, they don't teach that shit in school, you guys. That was phenomenal. All right, you guys. My guy Dr. D made $10 million this last year, and he's one of the most successful healthcare entrepreneurs in the entire world. And he was nice enough to not only let us come on his yacht, but he just took us all around Miami, giving some insights for the younger generation out there. But I have a very special...
No, that is fire, bro. Like I said, I didn't think they was about to take off and, really be on a yacht, man, and really chop it like that. That was dope. But come on, man, y'all can't tell me y'all ain't learned something from this video, man. This is what this joint is about. Like, this is what this shit is all about, man. We all just getting this type of information, this type of energy, keeping this energy, you know what I'm saying? And shit, we all trying to do something in life, you feel me? But nigga, we gotta tap in though. We gotta be serious about the shit we trying to accomplish. Cause what we doing? You feel me? Niggas acting like they getting, niggas really acting like they get tomorrow. Like, you just assuming you gonna wake up tomorrow. You don't know if you really got that guaranteed. You feel me? So man, stop playing with these goals, man. Like, let me know what y'all what y'all learned in the and put it down in the comment section, man. But definitely please like, comment, and subscribe. I can't even talk because I'm hyped, man. You can't tell me you ain't learning nothing. But like I said, man, let me know how y'all felt about this video, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.